Greetings everyone! This video's purpose is to destroy your wet dreams. If you are someone who's planning to go to tier 5, this video is going to show you how much do you actually need, or at least gonna give you an idea that most likely is going to destroy your dreams if you plan to rush T5, and I will explain why it's going to destroy your wet dreams, which is obtaining a T5 as soon as possible. I am spender. Many people does know that I'm spender, but I do not plan to spend like crazy in Call of Dragon. I plan to be like a mid spender, or you could call it a smart spender. T3 and T4 from the troops will give you a false idea that you are so close into creating T5. The reason is very simple. T3 requires you to upgrade some of the skills. I don't think it's even needed to max them to unlock the X-Man, Spearman, or whatever your tier 3. And then once you reach tier 4, you will find some slight struggle, but then not all of the upgrades is required, and you could even unlock your special unit of tier 4. And again, it's not gonna be that crazy. It is really easy, literally easy compared to any game, since you are almost like 75% of the players, or maybe 80%. However, this will give you false assumptions that it is too easy to upgrade and unlock tier 5. Why? Because as soon as you click at tier 5, for example this one, it's going to show you level 25 for the console, which is the research up building, and of course the attack upgrade, which is level 10, and a level 10 from the protection, which does make sense. And look at the requirements. That's not even crazy, or that's how the game wants you to think. Now, as soon as I reach this level, I'm still level 24, you are going to have a lot of, I could say, dildos or walls or whatever you want to call it, that will block you from reaching your target. And spoiler alert, they are freaking pointless. Not gonna improve how powerful you will be, and I will explain to you why. When you upgrade, for example, when you start, it feels like a honeymoon. Like, look at Arcane Knowledge. It literally takes 6 hours to give you 1%. And Infantry, as an example, which is level 3, it's gonna take 12 hours, which is completely fine. It's easy. However, as soon as you reach some big numbers, like for example 8, it's gonna take 32 days. And then, once you reach 9, here is the interesting part. It will require you to finish up the assault strategy 2. Yeah, sure, why not? And then again, upgrading the Seer console, which is my research lab, into the maximum level, which is 25. So yeah, what's wrong with that? Hold on. Now, when I try to upgrade my marksman protection, it will demand that I upgrade the pathfinding into the max 2. Let's go back to the assault. Assault is hidden, and you have no idea how much do you need until you upgrade it. Okay, let's put all of this into a pause for now, and let's try to meet the first requirements of the tier 5, which is level 25 Seer console. If I try, for example, to upgrade this one, let me show you the problem here. Let me just finish up all the upgrades so I can show you what is the main issue with that. Okay, now if I try to upgrade my Seer console into 25, this is the requirement: the Watchtower and the Alliance Market. If I go to the Watchtower as the first requirements, my Watchtower requires something called Sentinel Arrows, and each single Sentinel Arrows costs 10 gems, or a retarded amount of arrows. Of course, it feels like honeymoon, until you start hitting later levels. And the problem is not only that, when you try to go for the second requirements, which is Alliance Market, I can't upgrade it until I reach the Sentry Boost. And once I upgrade the Sentry Boost, it will require me at the last level to upgrade the daily drums, which is almost like the Watchtower. And here's the major problem. At level 19, it requires 1200 of the treaty box, which again exactly the same as the tower. You are going to consume almost 300,000 gems until you can reach the level 25 for both the rally drum and the Watchtower. And if you are going to be naive and tell me, hey, I can farm them from towers, let me break your dreams. Here is a tower report to show you how much you are getting from the treaty. Look, 3, 1, 1. Assuming you hit the best rewards already, you are getting 5 books at the maximum. And you need at least, let's say this level you need, which is 19, you need 1200. You still have like 6 more levels after that, which every single one of them will cost 1500, 2000, 3000, God knows how much. And it is linked to the war items that is needed here in the Watchtower, the arrows, those arrows, sentinel arrows, which is again going to be exactly the same cost as the rally drums. So that's the first dildo you are going to face when you try to upgrade the tier 5. Okay, let's say you somehow magically managed to have these 300,000 gems and you finished those upgrades. What's the second problem? The second problem comes when you try to max the assault strategies and the pathfinding and the first assault. They are all locked. This is going to be locked and it will have a dump requirements of the economy. You got to finish all of these upgrades, all of them with no exception. You got to finish this one, you got to finish the advanced mana, you got to finish mana harvesting, you got to finish every single lock, every single upgrade, you got to finish it. And guess what? They are all fucking useless. They are all freaking useless. All of them is useless because they are all non-battle buffs. It's resources, it's gathering resources, it is like production. It's complete pointless with the exception of making maybe the solar ship, which is going to improve your research power. That's basically it. And look, everything is literally locked behind another technology. And once you finish all of these, you will finally be able to upgrade the missing technologies. If you are not demotivated yet, I am here to demotivate you even more. Okay? Now, you seen level 5? You didn't. You have no idea how much speed ups it needs. This is how much level 3 to level 4 needs. 2 days. And this is how much a level 8 to level 9 needs. 72 freaking days. 72 freaking days for this one. And if a level 8 of the Swift Strike, which is one of the only gonna give you 3 attack, it's gonna cost you 32 days. I could imagine that this one is going to be as equal, like 70 days or something, some freak big ass number. Okay, now to even progress to the second assault strategy tiers, which is 6, 7, 8, 9, you got to upgrade assault strategy 1, which is 106 days. 106 days. And keep in mind, if the game forces you to upgrade all the economy, the game will still force you to upgrade every single upgrade of these, because they are all going to be linked with each other. So if you really thought it's going to be easy, it is never going to be easy. So what do I recommend for you to actually do? Here is what I recommend you to do. You are going to push the battle upgrade, all the battle upgrade, even though it takes a lot, just until it reaches this retard amount of time, like 72 or something, and stop at these upgrades. For example, if you want to go for the archer, you got to stop at 9 since you are forced anyway, and stop at 5 as the marksman protection, and maybe go for the second or third, up to you. And once you reach this point, you then start upgrading these retarded requirements upgrade. Of course, you got to finish as much as possible before the end of the season. The reason is here. As you can see, it took me it literally took me 106 days without the buff. I'm almost max into reduction, but it takes me 106 days, right? But with this buff, look how much it would cost me. The same upgrade, it's going to cost me 97 days. So I saved up almost 10 days, and I am at the end of my season, which is why it is very recommended to take this buff. Even if you can ask for the 1% from the tier 4, you can just ask your R5 or something to give you this R4 buff. The R4 buff, which is research 1%, it could literally help like 10 hours, or at least is much better. And you take these buffs and it's gonna help you. But once you finish all the possible battle buffs, like defense formation, like first aid, like all of these stuff, take the biggest upgrades you have before the end of the season. Like for example, this one, I would take it, and another one which is almost equivalent, I would take it too. Like first aid 2, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna see if I have the resources. Anyway, I might not even have, but that's how you should play. Oh my god, I don't even have. Most likely one of the guys jinxed me. I know who he is. Anyway, that's how you can actually should basically play this game, and then wait it out. There is absolutely nothing else you could do about it. That's the only way. So you're basically going to upgrade all the possible battle, and then once you are done with these, then you are fine to go back and finish up the economy. Some people prefer to finish up economy, but it's completely wrong. And I hope that I was able to destroy your motivation to push up the tier 5, and I hope I was successful in this. However, I want to give you one tip. If you decided to push, then you are forced to buy. If you are forced to buy, then you are going to buy a ridiculous amount of speed ups. However, every single week, if you are, let's say, a medium spender, from the VIP shop itself, it gives you an amazing deal here, the 8 hours. And if you are even a mid, like I'm almost VIP 15, if you are a VIP 15, this buff, this 24 hours is going to be like a blessing from the God. Buying this 24 hours is a blessing from the God. Believe me. It costs 600 gems only for literally a day. A day, which is cheaper 5 times than buying a bundle that has 8 hours. Like literally, this offers 8 hours for 1,250 gems. If you choose this path, you will literally suffer less than the person who's going to push all the way. And keep in mind, the resources gonna literally spank your ass. It's gonna cost you a lot of time. So believe me when I say it is way much better for you not to push. If you decided to push, you are going to hurt your wallet and make a hole inside it, which can of course cause you to get fingered easily. Take my advice or not, that's completely up to you. That's it guys, and have a wonderful day.